I
Salutations, Master Diaryy and Robinson, all the way in Switzerland, and you're tuning into the Black House Fire Radio, and you're listening to the African Diary Show with Tati. Madison, stay tuned.
You take me for granted, baby. You don't love me no more. Finally, and I want to. She's dropped it down and you like it when she comes around. It's trying to Instagram now. You really wanna talk and she puts it out and I keep the deep and you walk around and make it fit. I'm not the kind of girl like I think that you should know that I cannot be
Greetings and salutations, Master Diaryy and Robinson, all the way in Switzerland, and you're tuning into the Black House Fire Radio, and you're listening to the African Diary Show with Tati. Madison.
But I still love you. Tell me what I should do right now. Should I she pulls it down, keep it in, walk around, make it big. I'm the kind of girl I think that you should know that I cannot be the one. I cannot be. I cannot be I cannot breathe. Yes, hello, good people. Karibuni sana to another episode of the African Diary. Happy Tuesday to everybody who is there with us, to everybody who is joining us on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, and to everybody who is there with us on the radio station. Karibuni sana once again. My name is Katie, and of course, this is the African Diary Show only at the Black Hot Fire Network. In case you're there joining us for the first time, you wonder what we do, or rather, what African Diary is all about. We get to discuss matters concerning the Africans, or rather, matters in happening in the beautiful continent of Africa. And I always give you a disclaimer because we know everything that is happening in Africa. Most of the things coming from Africa are not always good. So we talk about things coming from Africa. We talk about things about Africans, and most of them are not lovely to be hearing, or rather to be talking about. But at the same time, I keep on telling you we must call a spade a spade, and this is why we're here with the African Diary Show. So in case you're there, you're joining us for the first time, kindly consider subscribing to our channel. Kindly consider subscribing and also smashing the like button, because if it is not for that like button, I wouldn't be here. If it is not for that audience, I wouldn't be here. But anyway, karibuni sana. We started off our show with an amazing jam. Excuse me, done by Fee, and the jam is Siwezani. I hope you did get to jam and to eat, and also I hope your Tuesday is finding you at great health and peace. 10 minutes to 3 p.m. right here in Nairobi. We are at 26 degrees Celsius. Actually, it is surprising that it's very sunny. Yesterday, okay, on Sunday, on Monday, and Tuesday has been very sunny for us, and I don't understand how. But anyway, we are grateful because, yes, it is winter for us, but we are still experiencing sunshine. Yes, we're very grateful. I remember back in the days when I was growing up, especially where I'm from, it is very cold. It is the coldest place in Kenya. So you'd find at this time it was snowing, but we are blessed to have sunshine. And to it, yes, we are blessed. Anyway, we shall go back to one more jam, and then we will be back with our quote of the day, or rather an African proverb of the day. So in case you're there, you have a quote of the day you'd love to share with us. In case you're there, you have a proverb to share with us, kindly feel free, and also make sure you get to interact with us. And do remember, we are live and interactive on our media handles. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, everywhere at Black Hot Fire Network. In case you want to listen to me via the radio station, all you have to do is go to the Google Play Store, download the Black Hot Fire Network application, and then you get to listen to me live and direct. And you can as well get to interact with me on the radio station. Just have to click on the live stream, or rather the show page, because that is where the community chat room is. It is just written the messages user, so you can get to interact with me. To all those who are telling me, oh, we use iPhone, we don't have the Google Play Store, just go to www.blackhotfirenetwork.com. That is our website. You can get to listen to me via the website on the radio station as well. Karibuni sana once again. We're going back to one more jam. This is Evia. The jam is Nita Kupenda. I hope you get to jam and to it, but please make sure you are back with your quote of the day. You are back with a motivational proverb of the day, or rather, you are back with some word of encouragement to everybody who is just watching us right here.
Baby, you should know that I'm your one. Like if you got me short, then I would rather rain. So hata wakihepa kweli, they should know that you're mine, that you're mine, that you're mine. And I ain't never letting you go. Oh,
baby, you should know that you're my life.
Like if you got me short,
then I'll be by your side.
So hata wakihepa kweli, they should know you're my wife, that you're mine, that you're mine. And I ain't never letting you go. Baby, you got me up
in my mind.
And I don't wanna say, but I would've died if you let me
inside.
So let it be the same, let it be me and you in this game. You baby, you got me up in my mind.
Well. In everywhere. I take it just it away. Where. My quote of the day says, a man who pays respect to the great paves the way for his own greatness. A man who pays respect to the great paves the way for his own greatness. And this simply means that what goes around comes around. So whatever you sow, you shall reap. That is very true. Whatever you sow, you shall reap. And rather, whatever you do to others, be careful, be mindful, because it might get back to you. You know, nitakupenda wewe in every single way. Atakija shida wewe. You should know that you're my life. In every single way, you're my ride or die. Ikemwisho nitakuwa na wewe. You're for us.
Baby, you should know that you need Alexander Robinson, all the way in Switzerland, and you're tuning into the Black House Fire Radio, and you're listening to the African Diary Show with
Baby, where you got me up in my mind.
And I don't wanna say, but I would've died if you left me aside. So let it be the same. Let me and you in this game. You baby, where
you got me up in my mind. In everywhere. I take it just it away. Yes, welcome back, my people. I hope you're jamming to that Ibia jam. It is called Nitakupenda. I hope you did get to enjoy it, or rather, I hope you're feeling positive as we get started with our show for today. And today, by the way, happy World Population Day. Happy World Population Day to everybody who is there watching me. But I feel like there's nothing to celebrate right here. And the reason I feel this, remember, okay, today we're celebrating World Population Day. And one thing about this population day, or rather one thing about this world's population thing, I feel like it was something subjected to Africans. And why am I saying this? You remember the case of asylum seekers that were supposed to be deported to Rwanda, or rather that were supposed to be taken to Rwanda from the UK. I felt like these people, they were not really asylum seekers. They are just people, okay, maybe they are street people in the UK. They are people who don't have homes in the UK. And the UK government, or rather the British government, felt like we should deport these people. We should take them to Africa so that we can get to increase the population of this country. And then inflation becomes very high. And then economy, or rather the economy of the country becomes too high. Or rather, they get food insecurity, and they'll not be able to feed all these people. I felt like, yes, this was what was happening, but we know what happened after that. We saw the UK government, or rather the British government, saying that the Rwandan country, or rather the Rwandan government, is not eligible for holding those people. And of course, yes, we don't want those European people in our countries. We don't want that. But anyway, what I'm saying is World Population Day, we're celebrating World Population Day. What is there to celebrate while everything that is being done in our countries is to reduce the population? Or rather, they might be doing things oppositely. You'll find one time they are doing this to reduce the population, the other time they are doing this to increase the population. Let's talk about homosexuality. I don't want to dwell much on that, so please just forgive me, that is not the main topic of the day. It is just because I've remembered today is the World Population Day. So what is happening? Yes, let's talk about homosexuality. We have now them introducing homosexuality to African countries, and shout out to Uganda, shout out to Ghana, and to other African countries that don't allow homosexuality in their countries. But what I'm saying is yes, today we're celebrating World Population Day, and we've seen the Europeans coming and enforcing, or rather trying to force us to like to allow homosexuality in our countries. This is one way of killing our population. So when we're celebrating World Population Day, we should not forget that these people, they are trying to kill our population, and at the same time they are trying to overpopulate us, so that we feel like now this is a burden for us. And when I mean overpopulate, I just gave an example of the Rwandan asylum seekers that were coming from the UK, and I felt like this was a plan to make sure that Rwanda is overpopulated, so that these people would go out of food, they would go out of now health services, and then it would become a crisis for Rwanda. So this is what I'm saying, and I feel like now celebrating World Population Day in Africa, it is not just worthy, because one, we have enemy of population in Africa. Like they trying to kill population in every way, or rather they're just trying to finish Africans in every way. They are using all strategies. They want to overpopulate us so that we cannot be able to feed ourselves, or rather, so that we can run out of food and people will be dying out of hunger and starvation. And then they are also trying to make sure that now our mortality rate becomes so high, and also now the fertility rate becomes so low, even with the foods and these GMOs. It is just crazy for Africans. But what I'd advise you is just take care of your health. Make sure that whatever you're taking in your body, it is of high nutritional value, because at the end of the day, you have to be watchful with what you're eating. We've seen right now they're even selling food to us that is making sure that now our genes and hormones are showing us you can be attracted to your fellow woman. It is just crazy with that. But anyway, away from that, that was not the discussion of the day. Away from that, our conversation of the day is about Africa. And the funniest thing, and I feel like this was a coincidence. Joby also talked about Africa, but now I want to talk about Africa is a continent of opportunities. But to whom? To who? To who? Because I've seen Africans, we don't take advantage of the opportunities we have. So who are these opportunities for? Because as Africans, we are not gaining for these opportunities. It is just crazy that Africa is a land of opportunities, continent of opportunities, but not to Africans. Why is this? Why do we have, or rather, why do we live in the most arable lands? We have people starving to death. Why do we live in the most beautiful continent while we don't generate any foreign income, or rather, we get so much, we get very little cash from these people coming to visit our continent? Why is it that we live in the most expensive, or rather in the most countries that are invested in these minerals, but when it comes now to us, we're very poor? Why do we live in the most opportunistic continent, but now when it comes to development, we are very poorly developed? Why is this? Why is this? We shall get back to that. We shall get back to that. I'm not ready to get to the main focus of the day, so we shall get back to that later. So as we continue, I also have this video with me right here, and it is about It is about the South African president talking about the BRICS and telling he's telling he's telling Putin that they will join. I have no sound. Be for real. Just be for real. You can't be for real. Ansanken one, can you hear me? Okay, let me just confirm because I think you're joking. I've talked for 20 minutes. You can't tell me there is no sound. Let me confirm that real quick as we continue with our show for today. Ansanken one, shame on you. Manze, you made me worried and I was like, I've talked for 20 minutes without sound. Okay, thank you very much for letting me know. Asante sana, and also shame on you for getting me worried because I was like 20 minutes without people hearing me. But anyway, okay. So what I'm saying is this is about the South African president coming out and telling Putin we will join the BRICS no matter what. Despite the US warning, we will join the BRICS. And remember, there was this conversation we had some time back rather on the African Diary show, and I was asking you, do you think that now that the dollar is collapsing, we have a new currency coming in? Do you think that this is a chance for African countries to start their own currency? And I felt like this was the time for African people to come, unite, and start their own currency. But look what is happening right now. Every African country is willing to de-dollarize and join the BRICS. Now, this doesn't make sense. It's just like now how we move from, let me just give an example of Mali. It's just like how we saw Malians chasing the French away and welcoming the Russians. It is just a stupid thought like that one. You're moving from the dollar to another more colonized currency, to another more controlled currency. I felt like now the moment that the dollar started de-dollarizing, or rather the dollar started depreciating, it was our time to shine and start our own currency. But who are Africans? Who are Africans? Who are these African puppets? Look what we are doing right now. We are running to join the BRICS. The BRICS is also more controlled like the dollar. What is the difference between the BRICS and the dollar? What is the difference? You think now you're going to a better currency? That is pure madness and insanity of the highest order, because you can't be moving like this. You're just moving with the wave. Every time they come up with something new, okay, I'm going with this one. I'm going with the Russians. This time they have come up with a new currency called this. I'm going with this. I'm going with the BRICS because the dollar is losing the value. This is just crazy. We can't be like this all the time. We need to stand up and start our own currency. And I thought Africans would realize this before the damage was done. But what have we done right now? What are Africans doing right now? Actually, we are now heading to the way of the BRICS. We are like, I should join the BRICS just because the dollar is de-dollarizing, or rather the dollar is collapsing. The dollar is depreciating every day. So I should go to BRICS because right now the BRICS is higher than the dollar. That is just madness. It is just moving from another colonizer to another different colonizer. You're moving from this colonizer to this other colonizer. What difference does that bring to you? No difference. Actually, you're giving them more power to control you. But it is just crazy with you. It is just crazy with Africans. How we are ready to move with the wave. It is just crazy with us. How we are ready to be controlled all the time. It is just crazy with these puppets. And I keep on saying, if you to do something good, at least do something that you feel like it will benefit you at the end of the day. Because we saw yesterday I was talking about the Ghanaian parliament coming up with this anti-gay bill, and they signed this, and in okay, this word again, do I have to say it? But anyway, they signed this without anybody knowing it. Okay, they had to hide. Why do we have to hide when we are doing the right thing? Why do we have to hide while we are doing the right thing? And this is why I keep on saying, now, as Africans, we will never move the right way, because we are always afraid of being judged by the Europeans. We always seek validation from other Europeans. Right now, we are in a conversation of, should we go BRICS way? Should we go this way? It is just crazy. Why don't we start our own currency and just decide we go Africa way? It's just crazy with Africans. Karibu sana, kid.
Asante Sana there, Katie. The reason why you're saying this is because you have a real military in Africa. That's why they don't go their own way. And it's not a different colonizer, Katie. It's the same colonizer. And these puppets, they all know it. It's not a different. Oh, we're going to get rid of the dollar. We're going to get rid of the dollar, Katie. We're going to get rid of the dollar and go join BRICS.
Colonizer, but with a different name. It is the same colonizer, but with a different name. So for Africans,
yeah, they're all being allowed. They're all being allowed now, Katie, to now drop the dollar, because the people the banks that control the planet, these families have now understand how they do. Okay, they capture a country. First of all, they had France back 300 years ago. France was the dominant power on the globe, so they controlled the French franc. That was the dominant currency. When they got rid of the French franc, right? When they got rid of that one and imploded it, they went to England, and then the English pound, sterling pound, became the worldwide currency. But they bled that dry, and then they dumped it. And then they came to America and created America's currency, because we don't own the currency, Kate. They do. These families, these Rockefellers, these Rothschilds, they own the currency. They get to print the money. So after they drain the country dry, when they drain the country dry of all its wealth, they're still creating a new system. The new system is China, BRICS. That's them again. So that's just their new system. So look this up for me, Katie. Say Goldman Sachs. These are those people. Goldman Sachs, as GOLDMAN, then Sachs, SACK.
Keith, you're breaking. Keith, you're breaking. I even didn't hear what you said, but I had a Goldman. Sachs, I don't know.
Say Goldman Sachs.
I can get you. You're breaking. I can't get anything. I'm just getting Goldman. I think I even lost you completely.
Chat room. I don't know what my thing is so bad on it.
Yeah, your internet is very bad. I can't even get the whole sentence of what you're saying.
Okay, see if you can hear me now. Say Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs. Yeah, SACK. Creates the BRICS system. These are the cats with the small hats, Katie. Cats with the small hats. The Goldman Sachs creates the BRICS system. So all they did, understand, China's a fake country. It's created. They created China. Mao Zedong. They overthrew the emperor. They created this fake ass country called China. Impoverished ass country.
Your internet
so what they did was
terrible. Kid, your internet is terrible. We can't get a
Yeah.
sentence you're saying, but I got what you were asking me to look for. Uh, okay, let me just read it out. The acronym started as BRIC, that is BRIC, in 2001, when Goldman Sachs then chief economist Jim O'Neill predicted that the economic
Go-
weight of
and
Brazil,
Goldman Sachs is
Russia,
China, Katie.
I
I'm going
really
out
want
again.
to
My
hear
internet's
what
terrible.
you're
It's
saying,
shit.
but I can't hear you.
I know my internet's terrible over here.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Do you hear now, Katie? My internet is terrible over here.
Okay, I
I
hear you.
know.
I hear you.
I'm
Okay, let me
asking.
just read out. Okay, continue, kid. I think we lost your audio, so I'll just continue. Uh, okay, as we wait for kid to come back, because I don't want to continue, then he gets to interrupt. So what I'm saying is, I was talking about Africans now being ready to move from the dollar to the BRICS, and
Okay, can you hear
I'm
me
like,
now, Katie?
Africa. Yeah,
Can you hear
I
me now,
hear you,
Katie?
kid.
Oh,
I hear you. I don't hear you now. Your internet is
okay,
terrible.
Sachs is not a Chinese company. So, and China wasn't even a power yet. They were creating it to a power. So they already knew that they were going to move this to China because they knew they were creating China into the next power, Kate. So these despots are all phony. The cats with the small hats have now bled America dry and it's time to collapse us and move everything to their new empire, which is China. So all these morons are like, oh, we're now going to get rid of the dollar. We're doing, and I doubt they've been allowed to do it because when Gaddafi said he was going to do it 13 years ago, it got him a dirt nap. So, you know, you're dealing with a little bit of propaganda and nonsense that you think these despots are now saying, oh, we're all going to leave the dollar. They've been allowed to leave the dollar. Because any other time you said that publicly, that would be a bullet in your head. Because the cats with the small hats are moving now their empire to China to bleed it dry from China. Right? That's going to be that's their new jump off. That's the new country that they created to be now the hegemony on the planet. You know, they set these hegemonies as they did America back in 1913 when they took over the United States with their fake banking scam. They just move it from country to country. So they'd already decided back in 2001, yeah, by the end of this another 20 years, America would be fucked up. We'd already drained it. Time to start putting everything in. We'll start creating the BRIC system. Ain't it funny? Why don't the BRICS come out of China? Because the Chinese don't control a goddamn thing. That's why. But go ahead, Katie. And these despots, all they gotta do is say, hey, let's don't go build BRICS. Let's build an African currency. We have all the wealth and resources. Let's build a form of currency behind our resources, which would make us instantly wealthy. All African nations would be instantly the most powerful, wealthiest countries. I mean, you wouldn't be powerful, you ain't got no military, but you'd be the most wealthiest. But then everybody's gonna come and war on your ass too. But let's do that. Let's do that, Katie. Let's say, hey, let's take our resources as African people and make our own currency. Don't you think that'd be the normal thing to do, Katie? Don't you think that'd be normal?
It will be normal and very good for Africans, but look at what Africans are doing. They're very ready to move with the wave. They just feel like now, just because the dollar is collapsing, now we have to go to the new currency that is being established.
That's not why they're doing it. They've been told to do it, Katie. They've been told this is where you're gonna go. It's not that they think
But
it; they've been told this, Katie. Told you when BRICS was
it's just
created by Goldman
crazy.
Sachs.
Why don't they say no? You know, I've seen. Okay, I really
Uh,
wanted to share this
uh,
video, but I feel like no, we don't have enough time to share the
you
video.
got
This is
time? Go share. Go share. How long is it? How long is it?
it is very long. So this is about the South African president telling Putin, "We will join the BRICS no matter what. We are not afraid of you." And I'm like, "Oh,
He
what do
don't,
you
he
think?"
don't got no choice. Look, that's for his people's consumption to have these fake despots like they're standing up to America. They're not standing up to shit, Katie, because I've already told you it's the cats with the small hats that already told you back in 2001 we were
Mhm.
creating BRICS and moving it to China. They've been told. So now they've been allowed to say, no matter what you Americans say, Americans don't control their own dollar. The cats with the small hats do. Now they've been allowed to move it to a new place, and now these despots have been for their own people. Like, look at and we got these fake videos of Ruto standing up to the Americans in the UN. That's all bullshit and a lie. It's all
Yes, and you
propaganda.
know, it is very crazy for Ramaphosa to think that Putin is even in control of the dollar, and now he's feeling threatened that people are moving to BRICS. It is just crazy with African people. Now we are actually fighting with those people. We are not even realizing what we're getting ourselves into. We are going to the BRICS. Yes, okay. This is a currency that will even get us more controlled than what the dollar had. But we will not realize this until we see it. We will not realize how these people are planning to control
Them
because of
despots
the
know it. You don't know it. You keep acting like they don't know, Katie. The despots know, Katie. You don't know as African people because you've been kept ignorant. The despots know, Katie. They know what the fuck BRICS is, Katie. They know it's another control system. They know that.
it is just
Why you think all of a sudden, Katie? Why you think all of a sudden everybody in Africa is now saying we're going to join BRICS? Because they've been told to do it, Katie. They've been
But it
told.
is just crazy to see them coming up with puppet stock. You remember at the other time we saw Ruto coming here with his puppet talk saying that we need to de-dollarize because this currency is
Yeah,
what it is.
exactly.
We don't need to set the tone of the economy in our country. And right now, the next move we shall hear, after that talk, he said that Africa needs to create its own currency. But after now what has been going through, or rather after what we're seeing with all
He's a
African countries
coward.
joining,
He's a puppet coward. You don't got. Ain't none of them
of
niggas create
course,
no. Ain't none of those niggas create no African currency because they know somebody's gonna be knocking at the door. Hey, nigga, what the
of
fuck you think
course.
you doing? What you
Actually,
think you
I
doing?
feel like now
And
the next move, Kenya
and they
will be the next
all
country joining the BRICS.
and they all know what happened to Gaddafi. They all know what happened to Gaddafi. They all betrayed Gaddafi. Ain't nothing.
I
Gaddafi
saw
didn't say nothing
that
about going no
people
damn
talking
bricks.
about
Gaddafi said, "Hey, let's create an African currency." Even though I don't want no Arab to rule it, I'm not with no Gaddafi ruling shit. If it's gonna be African, the African's gonna rule it. But that ideal, he knew that'd be instantly wealthy. All of Africa would have been pulled out of poverty. All of it. Because the West and the Chinese cannot afford to actually pay with real shit for the stuff that's in Africa. They can get that fake ass paper, but they can't afford what's in the ground in Africa. Not with no fake paper. I don't want no paper. Are they gonna pay with gold, diamonds, or something valuable? Other than that, you're not gonna get nothing. I'm not giving you shit. So the Europeans and the Chinese, everybody knows. That's why Africa don't never build no fucking military. That's why there's always tribalism in Africa. Because if you ever unite and build a real military, you're wealthy again. You ain't gotta ask nobody or answer to nobody. Should nobody in Africa be answering to no fucking body? It's my will or you'll get nothing. Because everybody needs Africa. Africa don't need shit from nobody. It's my way or you'll get nothing. See, but then I can defend myself with a real military. And you come in, I'll smash, I'll break your motherfucking back. That's what the Africa has to learn again. I'm not going to no goddamn bricks to now be another servant of. It's the same people. It's the same scam, same people. But in the media, it's all propaganda. Look at Ramaphosa speaking up to the American dollar. I don't care what you say. We're going to the dollar. We're going to BRICS. As if BRICS ain't the same system as the dollar. He knows it, Katie. He knows people are stupid. They're ignorant. They don't know it. So I just showed you. Goldman Sachs. The cats with the small hats in America created BRICS. Because they knew at the end of the century, America would be collapsing. That's what they've done for the last 300 years. From France to Britain and then America. These are your Rothschild family, kids. Do me a favor before we get out of here. Since we get to it. Say, tell me, let's Google. No, let's go to YouTube because Google gonna lie to me, even though they own Google too. Let's go to YouTube. Let's say the estimated wealth of the Rothschild family. What is the estimated wealth? You get talking about that dumbass Bill Gates and Elon Musk, one of the richest people on the planet. Are you out of your fucking mind? Shit. The Rothschilds and the Rockefellers are the richest people on this planet. They the ones own everything. They the ones gave you that fake ass UN, WHO, all that shit. All right, every bank in Africa is owned by the Rothschilds. Every last goddamn bank. Bank of Kenya is Rothschild owned. And Kenya was like, oh, Bank of Nigeria is Rothschild owned. Ain't owned by none of you goofy niggas. Bank of America is owned by the Rothschild. Ain't owned by no Americans over here. Owned by the Rockefellers and Rothschild. They own that shit. They own the dollar. And they own the Chinese yen too. Or yuan or whatever you call that goofy shit. Let's ask you two, Kate. Let's see. Yeah. Do the business. What is the estimated wealth of the Rothschild? Let's do one family. They're damn sure much richer than a Bill Gates. Tell you that. Rockefellers too. Let's just do the Rothschild. See what they saying. I bet it's in the trillions of dollars, Katie. I bet it's not in the billions. I bet it's in the trillions. Because that they damn sure ain't no billionaires. 500 trillion. Here you go, Joe. All right, Katie. 500 trillion, Katie. You say Elon Musk and Bill Gates are the richest people in the world at 40 billion? 500 trillion, Katie. 500.
About conspiracy theories. Then you've probably heard about the Rothschilds. This family, it's usually about how secretly controlling the weather or somehow in charge of 80% of the money in the world. So how powerful are the Rothschilds really? More conservative estimates of their net worth put them at an insane combined net worth of $400 billion. Although there are some estimates that are really out there, ranging from $1 trillion to $500 trillion.
Exactly.
We're going to find
it's
out
more than $1 trillion. Damn sure ain't no 400 billion.
They are, and if the many conspiracies have a tinge of truth to
see,
them.
this cat right here is already trying to cover that. That's how I know this is a propaganda video. The conspiracies about, there's not a conspiracy that these motherfuckers run the banks. See, I know this is a propaganda video trying to debunk that these motherfuckers own everything. When you look at the corporations called BlackRock and Vanguard, they own it. BlackRock and Vanguard owns every corporation on this planet, controlling interest. Who owns BlackRock and Vanguard? The Rockefellers and the Rothschilds. That's who owns that shit. And they own the majorities of the companies, not in America, on the planet. On the motherfucking planet. That's good. Honestly, it's some propaganda shit. Building worth
enough.
400 billion. You out your fucking mind? 400 billion. They still make them richer. They're in the trillions of dollars.
No,
Trillions.
he
Not
said
no 400 billion.
500,000 trillion. Like
500 trillion. He's
anyway,
saying. Yeah. So
anyways,
anyway,
let me just go
anyway.
through the comments real quick so that we can get to the main focus of the day. Karibuni sana to everybody who is here with me. I see Ansan Kenon is saying, welcome to Katie Land where Russia's indignation lives. Very true. Karibu sana. And also, you had Mittens telling me about the town. Ansan Kenon is saying, new boss the same as the old boss. True. And Kay Williams
Exactly.
is saying, what's going on, people? Hope all is well. All is well with us. How are you? And also you're saying, some black people will never learn and will always stay at the bottom. Very true. And also you're saying, in order for black people to advance globally,
you guys keep thinking that they don't know. These despots know. They're not that stupid. They know BRICS is the new goddamn Rothschild and Rockefeller fucking currency. They know. Don't think they don't know. You think, wait now, you have Ruto and Ramaphosa now speaking tough about the dollar. These cowardly ass niggas are now being allowed and told to start shitting on the dollar. Why they wasn't shitting on the dollar 3 years ago? Because they knew that'd be a bullet in their motherfucking head. So they're being allowed to do it. They know what the hell's going on. I don't think these despots don't know that that's the Rothschild and Rockefeller's new system. Don't think these moronic despots don't know China's a fake made-up country. They know. Go ahead, Katie.
Yes, I see Ansan Kenon, you're saying Africa has the butter but has no guns. Very true. But the
Exactly.
thing is that we have all resources we need to make guns, but we only have butter. Anyway, Jiba Jaba, I still in the building. You're saying morning, Mr. Williams, morning, Ansan Kenon, Karibu Sana, Jiba Jaba. You're saying it is a big club and you're not in it. Georgia Carlin.
Exactly right. It's a big club. I love say it's a big club and you're not in it. They own all the land. They own all the politicians. They own all the countries. They own all the banks. And it's a big club, and you're not in it. Damn right. They own all the banks. That's a fucking fact. All the banks on the planet, they own all of them. Like I said, Bank of Nigeria ain't owned by no fucking Nigerians. The Bank of Kenya ain't owned by no fucking Kenyans. It's owned by the Rothschild family. The Bank of South Africa ain't owned by no fucking South Africans. It's owned by the Rothschild family and their subsidiaries, the De Beers and the Oppenheimers, who was a flunky family to Cecil Rhodes. And ain't it funny? Katie can look this up. Say, did Cecil Rhodes leave all his money to the Rothschilds? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Cecil Rhodes left all his money to the Rothschild family. That's why Zimbabwe and Zambia was called Northern and Southern Rhodesia, after this no good bastard. Zimbabwe and Zambia was called Rhodesia, Northern and Southern Rhodesia, and he controlled South Africa as well. So, the Rothschilds. Go ahead, Katie.
Ansan Kenon, you're saying they don't count by money, they count by how many people they control. Very true. Also, exactly. I see Jiba Jaba, you're saying, are they behind the International Bank of Settlement?
Settlement, yes! Yes, Jiba Jaba, they own the International Bank of Settlements. That's the biggest bank on the planet. The Rothschilds own that shit. IMF, World Bank, Rothschilds, Rockefellers. International Bank of Settlements, yes, they own it. They own that bank. Hey, anybody, why don't no governments own these banks? Because the governments are nothing but puppets to these people. Why the American government don't own our own bank? How the hell some foreigners called the Rothschilds own the American banking system? Huh? What are you talking about? We don't own a goddamn thing. They own these banks. No country owns no banks. These wicked ass cats with the small hats on. And like Joby said last night, Israel is supposed to be their final place to rule the planet. That's a fact. That made up country that the Rothschilds created, not in your goofy Bible, nigga. The Rothschilds created Israel in 1947, and they got it from England in the Balfour Declaration in 1918? Oh, do this, Katie, just before we leave. Do this for me. Say what year was the Balfour Declaration signed? Balfour Declaration. Belford Declaration signed. To Lord the Rothschild. The Lord the Rothschild, this whole land is yours. Now people were living on that land. Fuck them. Fuck them. I'm taking it over. I'm calling it Israel. Never existed in no damn history, not in your goofy Bible. Sorry. The Rothschilds created Israel. What year, Katie?
It was in 1917. That was November the 2nd.
Okay, so 1917. So it was by Lord Rothschild, right, Katie? Lord Rothschild, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. So we know that's supposed to be the place where they rule the rest of the world. Israel was created by the Rothschilds. You never taught that, morons. Oh, it was because Hitler killed a bunch of Jews in Germany in the Second World War. You fucking idiot. Get out my face, moron. They ain't got nothing to do with that. The Rothschilds created Israel. That was going to be their new place to plunder, steal, and kill from. After they destroy America, they'll build China into a power, then move everything to goddamn Israel. Yeah. The cats with the small hats. But anyway, I'm done, Katie. You got the rest of it.
You're not done. I know you'll come back.
I'm done. I'm muting my mic, damn it.
Anyway, I feel like we should get to the main focus of the day, because now time is not on our side. But this is about Africa being a continent of opportunities. And the moment I saw Iran's president is coming to Africa, I was like, oh, so even Iranians are interested in Africa and colonizing Africa. But don't forget, these people are the same people. So right now, Iranian's president is planning to come into Africa. Tehran, Iran, Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi is going on his first tour of Africa, which Tehran aims to use to expand political and economic relations across the continent. This is just crazy. We're even seeing now Iranians who want to colonize Africa, and we just gonna let this happen. Man, it is just crazy. We're just giving out our continent like this.
Because you're wealthy, Katie. You're wealthy. I want it.
Mm-hmm.
You're wealthy. I want it. You don't know what to do with it. You say you don't understand the benefits. I do. You're wealthy. I want it. Go ahead. I guess we lost Katie. Like I said, all BRICS is just a new system of control that they'll control and keep for themselves. That's all it is. Just a new system. So I can stay long since Kitty make it back on here. So, so you see a lot of propaganda all on YouTube. All the African leaders are speaking up toward the West. It's all nonsense. It's all propaganda to make the African people feel like, oh, our leaders now got backbones and not afraid. They've been told now it's okay now to shit on the West because we're moving our system east. That's all. That's all. It's not a damn picture of courage you see these despot puppets doing. Just that Goldman Sachs and all these other cats that created the brick system have already bled America dry. And that's why they moved all our manufacturing to China. China's their new empire. And you were never supposed to know this. But when I said that 20 years ago, I was the cat with the tinfoil hat on my head. Now everybody's saying it. Everybody's saying it. Everybody's saying it now. I was a cat with the tinfoil hat. Oh, that's crazy. Even when I argued with Judge Joe Brown last year, said China was the. Oh, no. No, that's exactly what it is. What are you talking about? How you get an impoverished ass nation and you decide to give them all your manufacturing? And it's a communist country and you oppose the communism. You're talking about you oppose the communism. Communism is the enemy. But now you purposely give all these people your manufacturing prowess and all your technical prowess. You give all your advanced equipment, all your advanced knowledge to a country that's a communist country? Who would even do that if there wasn't some kind of scam behind what the hell's going on? These bankers that run these corporations, they just got front men called CEOs. But they was already moving everything over to China to replace America as the #1 hegemony on the planet. That was their new jumping off point, their new hegemony. When Britain became the goddamn British Empire, that wasn't no damn British people. That was the Rothschilds and the Bank of England that they controlled. And when they bled them dry, the pound sterling, they got rid of them. They went under, and they moved everything to America. And they bled America dry. America's under so much debt with like $35 trillion of debt. You'll never be able to pay this debt back, ever. Now you got $35 trillion worth of debt. It's time to move. I done already started building my new damn hegemony 30, 40 years ago. That's why Nixon and all went to China. Yeah, you're going to be our new hegemony. We're going to give you technical prowess. We're going to raise you up. Big industry here. Who would do that? Why would you do that? You tell me communism bad. Communist China bad. Because cats with the small hat already knew America's going to be finally bled dry by the mid of the 21st century. It's time to move everything to our new hegemony. That's what they do. I think I'm gonna get off of here. Let me see if the internet even on and all. I hear myself on the radio. They're gonna make it turn it on. Give me a second, guys. If I can hear myself on this radio real quick. Oh, the internet went off. Oh, yep. Power might have went off over there, fellas. I don't know. I'm gonna wrap it up. It's the what? It's the mafia. Yeah, the mafia. What is he talking about? The mafia. Mafia's always been controlled by the cats with the small ass the mafia. You sound the craziest cat shit. American Mafia International. We sound craziest cat shit. But I think he's doing that. I don't think Judge Joe's that stupid. I think he does that shit on purpose. Anyway, family, let me go and get on out here. Say much love to everybody. I think they liked us. I know the internet's off. I got to switch that station back over on the American side because the internet went off, so it might be the whole light. I don't know. So, say peace, you guys. I'll everybody a little later.